We welcome you to the North Campus of White Bear Lake High School for this matchup tonight between the high-powered Mounds Mustangs and the White Bear Lake Bears. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on SCC Sports tonight. On behalf of all of our crew here at the North Campus, I'm Patrick Lilia with you for a beautiful, if a little bit cool night. Looks like wind will not be much of a factor this evening as the Mounds Mustangs look to pick up their fifth win on the young season. Excuse me, the fourth win, I beg your pardon, as the Bears come in 2-1 on the season. So we get set for the midfield opening face-off, and we are underway as the Bears in the white will control as it'll be carried up the near side by Griffin Zaccardi. He was knocked off the ball as it'll be carried in by Finn Carney as Carney will work his way toward the far side boundary. Defense will be key for the Bears tonight in this matchup. You talked about the first words I said when we came on air were the high-powered Mustangs. They already have 4 players who have tallied double-digit goals on the season, as the Bears controlling in the offensive zone, though, with an opportunity perhaps to get the game's first goal as a shot will go just wide. It'll stay with White Bear Lake, though. Just underway, early first quarter here at the North Campus as a shot goal. Ben Lockwood coming from the back of the net with the shot in front, and the Bears get the game's first goal just 58 seconds in. Now the Bears won the opening face-off and able to control it for that just about the first minute of play and pick up the opening goal of the game and take a 1-0 lead. Bears able to control off the face-off. They will quickly hustle down into the attacking zone as a bouncing shot is sent wide of the net. Bears have won 2 in a row since dropping their opener. Now the ball is controlled by Preston West. West will wait for the changes to come off the sideline. Then he'll leave off for Connor Potawills. Now back with West. It's West trying to drive inside. West lobbing onto the far side of the net. A chance inside sent wide, but the Bears able to keep control of it with Lockwood. Bears lose the ball for a moment, able to get it back. Now here's Lockwood, who scored the opening goal. He'll send it back for Potawills. Potawills will work it toward the far side of the screen as the Bears trying to drive into the slot, but well defended by the Mustangs. A long shot blocked in front and able to be scooped up by the goaltender Tommy Ash for the Mounds Mustangs. But it's turned over and the Bears will come in with a chance as Lockwood will send a shot just wide, making an early bid for his second goal of the game. Though some really good early pressure from the Bears. Keep that high-powered Mustangs attack on the sidelines for now. Lockwood on the near side of the net. It's back for Gavin Hewitt. So here comes Potawills in. Bears have controlled the zone for the first 3 minutes of play here in this first quarter. Shot that might have gone off the post. That was Preston West who took the shot. West, the Bears' leading goal scorer with 11. The Bears will settle down and take their time. Good defense by the Mustangs, but it's able to be recovered by Finn Carney for the Bears, as now Carney will try to work his way into the slot. trying to cut through a check, then the ball gets knocked loose, and the Mustangs trying to get a hold of it on the turf, and they can't quite get it as the Bears will recover. Mustangs in the black with forest green numbers, as a shot will bound its way off the back line. So the first 4 minutes of play have been almost exclusively in the Mounds View end. Lockwood, nice job to reach out to collect the pass. Had it knocked loose, able to recover. Bears behind the Mustangs net with it. Will try the wraparound, but it's well defended by Mounds View. Bears will kick it back out. There's a chance in front for Kearney and a save at point blank by Ash, the goaltender. Then he had it stripped away and a foul called as the pass able to be lobbed ahead. Mounds View in control of it really for the first time in the game. Mustangs into the attacking zone as it'll be lobbed behind the net by Jack Wendland. Mustangs get it into the high slot. Wendland will send it back behind the Bears net. Get it inside for Wendland, a nice over-the-shoulder shot for the goal, and Jack Wendland ties the game at 1. Well, the Mustangs were finally able to break that Bears pressure, and Jack Wendland with the game-tying goal here in the early going. 6:48 to go in the first quarter, and we're tied at 1. Bears off the face-off, push it right back into the Mustangs' end. Shot will go wide of the net, but the Bears had it well played behind the net as Kearney will have it here. It's Poto Wills able to avoid a check attempt from a player headed off for the Mustangs as Poto Wills drives in. He'll take a shot, and he scores. Connor Poto Wills let one rip. It caught everybody by surprise almost, and the Bears go back in front 2-1. Mustangs able to control the face-off. They'll work it ahead through neutral as whistles blow. Bears back in front with a little over 6 minutes to go in the first quarter as we'll get a timeout on the field. Thanks so much for joining us once again here on SCC Sports Tonight. White Bear Lake hosting the high-powered Mounds View Mustangs. We'll take a look at these team profiles for you. The Bears averaging a little over 11 goals a game, so good offense, good defense. As we talked about, though, the Mustangs averaging 16 goals per game. Both teams coming in with one loss against teams above 500, but that will change tonight with both teams coming in over 500 for this matchup. The Mustangs will control. As it'll be worked ahead by Caden Ashford for Mounds View. as the Mustangs will work it around the White Bear Lake net into the high slot. Little over halfway through this first quarter, the Bears on top 2-1, alternating goals so far in the game. Trying to get it out front. If that shot is ripped in for a Mounds View goal. That's Caden Ashford, who I don't think the pass was intended for him, but he ended up in possession of the ball, and he rips one past Reed Vikstrom, the goaltender, to tie the game once again. Take a look at the replay as it's winding up and letting one rip from distance. Bears control the face-off as it's poked away from Kearney. Able to get it back. As Kearney will settle things down. Eli Lalonde will work in for the Bears. Bears will try to wrap it around as behind the net with it is Wyatt Raleigh, as Raleigh well defended by the Mustangs, trying to get away as they'll work it back out. Bears trying to drive through the defense, but the Mustangs defenders able to force a turnover as they will race down into the Bears' end of the field. Quick chance in front, and a shot goes off the post. The Mustangs made a bid for their first lead. Vikstrom was beaten, but it went off the post. Mustangs, though, still in control of it, and they score as the Mounds View Mustangs able to sneak one in, and they have their first lead here with a little over 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. We'll take a look at the replay for you. It's a nice feed streaking through with Liam Andrews. Andrews, who came in already with 18 goals on the season, now has 19. The whistles blow pretty quickly off the face-off. It'll be Bears in control of the ball. It's Preston West. It's Poda Wills, who scored the most recent goal for the Bears. Bears forced to drop back out as Poda Wills will survey the scene from a distance. Poda Wills will lob it on the far side of the Mustangs net. West. Bears trying to set up a play, but the Mustangs defenders all able to stay home as here's Poda Wills back with it. They'll be forced back out. Mustangs with their first lead after they scored a couple straight, following alternating goals to start the game as West will lose control of the ball, trying to get it back, and he's able to do so. West rips a shot, got through to the goaltender Ash, who makes the save. Mustangs will quickly turn it back up the far boundary. Wendland in control of it. So now he takes it back from Ashford. Wendland quickly working it into the high slot. A shot ripped wide of the net. Mounds View still in control of it. Mustangs here in the final 2 minutes trying to get the game's first multi-goal advantage as the shot will go out of play off the back line. Wendland cycles it behind the Bears' net. We approach the final minute of this first quarter. Wendland spinning. Doesn't have his play as he'll drop it back into the slot. Shot ripped off the side of the net by the Mustangs. The Bears will get control of it. Perhaps one last rush here in this opening quarter, the final 45 seconds. Lockwood, who had the game's opening goal, lobs it back into the high slot. Avery Larson reversing direction behind the net as it's dropped back. Beg your pardon. It's Ty Mueller who dropped it back. A shot at the buzzer will be knocked down as after one quarter, the Mounds View Mustangs will have a 3-2 lead over the White Bear Lake Bears. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back with your second quarter. We can actually keep it right here. Take a look at some of the highlights from that opening quarter. Very evenly played opening quarter. So yeah, the first half of the quarter dominated by the Bears, and then the Mustangs able to flip the field in the second half as the first goal of the game went to Ben Lockwood. Less than a minute in. A lot of really good offensive pressure from the Bears, but they were only able to cash in for a couple of goals, especially during that opening 6 minutes, as that goal there from Podewils made it 2-1 at the time, and then a couple of late goals for the Mustangs. A nice feed to a streaking Liam Andrews for the Mustangs goals. We'll take a look at the standings coming into tonight's game. Mounds View coming in 3-1 overall, as we said. Very high-powered offense, as you saw during that first quarter as well. A lot of scoring punch on this Mustangs team. White Bear Lake coming in 2-1, having won their most recent 2 games after dropping their opener. Teams will flip sides here in the second quarter as the sun dips behind us, and like the whole field will be in shadow for the remainder of the game. Head coach Brandon Husak for the Bears looking on. We will get set for the second quarter. The Bears now going left to right. They're able to control the opening face-off as they speed ahead into the offensive zone. A shot knocked just wide of the net. That was Tyler Lalonde who took the shot. Mounds View will control in their own end. Bounding pass ahead for Andrews. He couldn't handle it, and the Bears will turn it over as Griffin Zaccardi has an opportunity and a goal. And the Bears will tie the game up. Gavin Hewitt. Gavin Hewitt able to get that nice long pass from the near side boundary. Able to beat Tommy Ash, the goaltender. We are tied once again at 3 apiece. Third tie we've already had in this game. We were tied at 1, tied at 2. Now we are tied at 3. Feed inside. Hewitt again making a bid for a goal, but the save made that time by Ash. Bears in control of it still. Preston West will have to drop it back out. Controlled up high by Charlie Woodcock. Woodcock working inside. Woodcock with a shot and a goal as he ends up rolling onto the turf, popping right back onto his feet as he gives White Bear Lake the lead. Woodcock the fall away goal, and the Bears back in front. Little impressive finish as he popped back to his feet after taking that tumble. Bears control right back off the face-off once again as it's ahead for Keegan McCarty as whistles will blow. And a timeout called by Mounds View with 10:43 to go in the second quarter. Now the Bears coming out with another strong start here in the second quarter, picking up a couple of early goals from Hewitt and Woodcock to put the Bears in front. Appreciate you all joining us tonight here on SCC Sports. Take a look at the returning scoring leaders for both of these teams. Ben Lockwood, who scored the first goal of the game for the Bears, also had Preston West, who we've featured quite a bit in the early going. For Mounds View, Trent Habish, Caden Ashford and Liam Andrews. The latter two have scored already in this game for Mounds View. We talked about the Mustangs coming in. They already have 4 players with double-figure goals, only 4+ games into their season. Ben Lockwood's goal earlier, that was his 7th. He is number 2 on the team in that department as of now. Bears in control of it as it'll be carried around by Finn Carney. Here is West. West double teamed. West will look for a space as a shot blocked. Ball loose on the turf, able to be recovered by Mounds View, but the whistles will blow behind the play. It'll come back to the Bears. It's Poda Wills. Streaking toward the net is Carney, who takes a shot. And a goal for Carney, and the Bears have their largest lead. The first team anyone has led by more than a goal in the game. 3 straight for the Bears, and they have a 5-3 lead. Finn Carney just able to race his way in front of the net at point blank as he was able to get away from Louis Cook. So the Bears already have 3 goals in the first 2:01 of the second quarter. Mounds View will push on the attack back the other way. Andrews. Mustangs work it onto the side of the net with Trent Habish. Habish now taking it back. Sanders ripped a shot, blocked. So Reed Vikstrom sends it upfield as the Bears will try to get it out of their own end. They'll carry up the left boundary. Woodcock trying to cut inside. Shot was blocked in front by the Mustangs. They're able to shrug off some contact and come away with the ball. Fight for the ball just across the midfield line, and the Mustangs able to carry it ahead. It'll be Ashford who leaves it off. Now with it back. Ashford chased by two Bears as gets the ball ahead, a battle for it. Moundsview player ends up on the turf, but they're able to keep control of it. Ashford. They'll to send it through traffic, and it's in for a Mustangs goal. Ashford is his second goal of the game, and the Mustangs are within one. Bears able to control the face-off as they'll rush it into the Moundsview zone. Poto Wills will control, wait for teammates to change. Now he'll advance toward the net. It's intercepted by the goaltender Ash for the Mustangs as the Bears were trying to set up in the zone. Mustangs work it up the far side into the Bears' end of the field. Good defensive play by the Bears will generate a turnover. DJ Cook, who got bumped out of bounds along that far sideline. Bears taking their time here as we approach the midpoint of the second quarter. Carney will leave it off behind the net. Trying to drive his way through the slot was Liam Malloy. Bounding ball will go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bears. It's Carney behind the net with it. Thought about the wraparound. It was well defended by the Mustangs as Kearney able to get the ball back into the high slot. A shot that goes off of a body high in the air over the back line. The Bears right back at it. They'll try to get it in front. A shot that was partially disrupted from behind. It ends up going over to Mounds view. Very tightly contested first half. Largest lead for either team has been 2. Turnover, and Malloy will carry ahead for the Bears, and will get a whistle as he crossed midfield. Timeout called with 4:35 to go in this opening half. The Bears holding on to a 1-goal lead. Again, I'm Patrick Lilia with you from the North Campus tonight. Had a great game between two teams, off to really good starts. Bears solid defensively in their first couple of wins. Classic battle of offense against defense. We've mentioned quite a few times already how good this Mounds View squad has been in the early going offensively. Take a look at some of the departures. Bears hit a little hard with the departures of Bailey, Evan Vikstrom, and Bryce Johnson. Mounds View returning a lot from last year's team. They'll look to take a step forward this year. .435 to go in the second quarter. The Bears up 5-4 over the Mustangs. Preston West off the restart will move it upfield into the Mustangs' end. Bears trying to drive it inside. Poto Wills. Bears with some quick ball movement around the net. Feed inside, a chance and a goal for the Bears.
For the Bears, number 11.
There is Preston West getting himself a goal tally, and the Bears back up by 2 here in the later stages of this opening half. Face-off controlled by the Bears. So set up with Preston West now in the high slot. West back with it. Nice feed and a goal out front. Second goal of the game for Finn Kearney.
For the Bears, Bears, number 22, Ben Carney.
Well, the Bears opened up a 3-goal advantage here in the late minutes of this opening half. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. A fairly even game through the first quarter. Mounds View had the 1-goal lead. Second quarter has been decisively controlled on the scoreboard by White Bear Lake. Here's Lalonde. He was separated from the ball. Mustangs fighting for control of it as we'll get a whistle in the high slot in the Mounds View end. Bears will set up with Woodcock. Nice defensive play by the Mustangs to force a turnover as Woodcock throwing his weight around to try to get the ball back. A foul will be called on him, so Mounds View will keep control of it right at the 2-minute mark of the first half. Mustangs trying to get something going heading into the break. Bears aggressive defensively as Mounds View. The whistle will blow and a timeout called here with 1:38 to go in the, beg your pardon, it's a foul called. So the Bears will quickly advance the other way. Mounds View behind the Bears net with it. Liam Andrews will roll it toward the near side. Ashford in control of it. Now Andrews once again. Andrews trying to feed it inside as it's taken by the Bears. Final 40 seconds of the opening half. Shot goal for the Bears. Looks like it'll be the second of the half for Ben Lockwood. Lockwood scored the first goal of the game for the Bears. Fantastic second quarter for White Bear Lake. They've outscored Mounds View 6-1. 31 seconds remaining until halftime. Mounds View will quickly, with one last rush, try to get something on the board here late in this first half. As they are able to get one here in the final 15 seconds, a much needed goal for the Mustangs. Brody Herr will get the goal. Bears will come in, one last rush, 10 seconds left in the half. Try to work it into the slot, a shot, goal. Griffin Ziccardi gets that goal back right at the halftime gun for the Bears. And we'll go to halftime with the Bears up by 4. They outscore Mounds View 8-2 in the second quarter. And after 1/2, it's the White Bear Lake Bears 9 and the Mounds View Mustangs 5. See that highlight of that buzzer beater goal with time winding down. Griffin Ziccardi getting that late Mounds View tally right back. As we will hit halftime here at the North Campus. You're watching SCC Sports coverage of boys lacrosse. At halftime, it's White Bear Lake 9, Mounds View 5. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with your first half stats and highlights after this.
Today, 1 in 5 working-age Americans has a mental health condition.
People in all types of jobs and at all levels.
And the key to helping us succeed is a supportive and inclusive workplace.
All of us have a role to play in making that happen.
So what can I do to help?
As a CEO, I can set the tone for supportive culture.
As a manager, I can offer assistance and accommodations.
As a coworker, I can listen and be a source of support to my colleagues.
As someone with a mental health condition, I can ask for what I need to perform my best.
I can offer all employees the supports they need to deliver on the job. For the team
and for the business.
What can I do?
What can I do?
What can I do?
I can remind others
That we all benefit from workplaces that promote good mental health.
mental health-friendly workplaces are more important than ever.
And all of us have a role to play in promoting them.
Learn more at whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
Dear moms and dads, we know it's not always been easy, and it's been a lot of hard work. What you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas. Everything I do it for you. Mom, love you all. No, it's true. Everything I do it for
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Where did the time go? Somehow I lost all those years. Where did the time go? I don't know how I got here. Or how did I get here? I can see now.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome you back to the North Campus here at White Bear Lake High School. Halftime with the White Bear Lake Bears in front of the Mounds View Mustangs 9-5. A great second quarter for White Bear Lake. They outscore the Mustangs 7-2. We'll take a look at some of the highlights from that first half for you, including that excellent second quarter for the home Bears as they look to win their third straight game over the rival Mounds Mustangs. We'll take a look at the goal there from Lockwood. The Woodcock, you saw him falling away as he rolls over, gets right back up on his feet. A nice finish for the Bears. Finn Carney able to beat the defender, just drop it over the head of the goaltender, Tommy Ash. Mounds had a little bit of a tough second quarter. Barrage continuing for the Bears. We said they scored 7 times in that second quarter. The nice feed. It's Carney's second goal of the quarter. Take a look at the White Bear Lake schedule upcoming. Back home for the next 2 after this one against Forest Lake and Woodbury. We work our way into the month of May. Bears off to a good start to the season. They're looking to continue tonight against the Mounds View team that had been averaging 16 goals a game coming in, but they held the Mustangs to just 5 in that opening half. Bears will try to continue that stout defense and keep the Mustangs off the scoreboard the rest of the way. Mounds View's upcoming schedule, they'll have a couple of road games where they return home for 4 in a row. 4 out of 5. At Mounds View High School coming up. I'll take a break here on SCC Sports. We're about 3 minutes away from the start of the second half here on SCC with the Bears on top 9-5. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected?
Everyone in? Here we go!
Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready. Because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike, or a disaster will hit.
Go, Rose!
And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Know who to call, decide on a safe meeting location, and create an emergency preparedness kit. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help.
I'm coming to save you!
Get started at ready.gov/kids.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Food can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Back for the second half here at the North Campus of White Bear Lake High School. The White Bear Lake Bears on top 9-5 over the Mounds Mustangs. We will head into the second half of action with the Bears, who had a spectacular second quarter, outscoring the Mustangs 7-2. We'll try to continue that momentum. Bears will go right to left in this third quarter. Mounds View in the black with forest green numbers will go left to right as the opening face-off of the second half controlled by the Bears. Well, the Bears with the early 4-goal lead here in the second half. They'll work it around the Mustangs net. It's Finn Carney, who scored twice in that first half. Carney back in the high slot. Flag comes down from the ref as Carney will work it onto the near side. A penalty coming against Mounds View. It's Carney still with it. No, he dropped it deep behind the Mounds View net. In front, it's intercepted by the Mustangs, and that will stop play as the Bears will get the man up here in the early stages of this third quarter. Slashing call. Now the Bears will be man up. Carney sends it toward the far side. Bears nearly lose it as the Mustangs able to poke it back toward midfield as they'll look to come back shorthanded. Mustangs, who were prolific offensively in their first 4 games, have struggled a bit tonight. Good defense from the Bears. So here they will try to run some of the penalty time off. Bears able to force a turnover briefly. Now the Mustangs have it back. A nice wraparound for the Mustangs, and they will get the goal. like it'll be the second of the game for Liam Andrews. Mustangs able to push the face off into the Bears' end. Look to continue this offensive momentum. Mustangs on the side of the Bears' net with it. Over the shoulder shot was blocked, might have been stopped by Vikstrom. Vikstrom will get control of it. This time Mueller worked it ahead toward the far side for the Bears. Bears trying to work it into the slot. A nice job to pull it down by Hewitt. Back for Hewitt. Flag down. Another penalty coming against the Mustangs. Bears work it inside. Nice feed back toward the near side for the Bears. Lockwood gets it back off for Podawills. Hewitt. Finally touched up by the Mustangs, so the Bears will go back man up, although last time they were, just a couple minutes ago, the Mustangs got a much needed shorthanded goal. Three-goal lead for the Bears as we approach the middle stages of this third quarter. Carney, Lockwood, shot goal for Finn Carney. That'll be his third of the game. This time the Bears able to cash in with the man up. So the Bears back on top by 4. Bears control the face-off as they'll rush it back into the Mustangs' end. Podawills.
Nitro, you eat all day. Little, Nitro. Little.
Bears able to keep possession of it as a shot ripped from Hewitt that went off the goaltender Ash. Bears trying to work it in front, ball jarred loose. It's Carney. Got it in front as it's just pushed wide. It'll be Mustangs ball. Mustangs being pressured in their own end. They're able to turn it upfield. Looked like there might have been a shot opportunity, but elected not to take it. And they do get one there, so the Mustangs cut the deficit to 3. Liam Andrews picks up his second goal of the game, one of the big 4 that we talked about in the beginning, who came in with double-digit goals already for Mounds View on the season. He has a pair tonight. Bears in front by 3 with 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
I remember the first time I heard it, it was like, I was going to fast and stuff. No, just
Jack Wendland in control of it for Mounds View. He feeds it in front through traffic as the Mustangs able to find the bouncing ball and they score. Or were they? I beg your pardon. It's not a goal. I beg your pardon there, if the Bears will quickly race back the other way.
Oh my gosh.
Bears will set up in the Mounds View end.
Yeah, Jalen, stick up. You got him, Jalen. You got him. Jalen, you come. Watch the body, body. Yeah, follow him. Get that ground. Roll back. Go,
Wrap around try. And a goal for Lockwood. And the Bears are up by 4. 11-7, the Bears in front with a little over 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Battle for the face-off, and the whistles will blow. But the Bears will carry ahead. Carney sets up Woodcock. Well defended by Mounds View on the drive through the slot. The ball is loose. Bears initially able to recover, now they do have it. The spin inside, a shot was saved by Ash.
Let's go, Andy.
Foul called, it'll be Mounds View in control of it. A little low at dead as the Mounds View Mustangs trying to set up in the offensive zone. Timeout called with a little over 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Mounds View has edged their way back into it a little bit. Bears up by 4, 11-7. See if the Bears can finish strong here in the final 14-plus minutes of regulation action. Follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Watch the live streams and replays of past games, as well as the latest news and updates. Good crowd on hand here on this Wednesday night from White Bear Lake on the North Campus. You see some of our fantastic crew here on site tonight. Great to have you along with us for what's been a really good lacrosse game tonight between the Bears and the Mustangs, as the Bears defense has largely held this powerful Mounds View offense in check through a little less than 3 quarters. Mounds View came in averaging 16 goals a game. Bears have held them to 7 with 2:14 to go in the third quarter. Still a long way to go in this one. Mustangs coming out of the timeout will set up in the Bears' end. Over the shoulder shot goes off the side of the net, I beg your pardon. Mounds View, though, still in control of it. Mustangs race toward the net. The shot was saved at point blank by Vikstrom. Mounds View able to force a turnover. Good defensive play by Trent Habish. Mustangs will try to see what they can do here in the final minute and a half of the third quarter. Try to cut into this deficit a little bit before we head to the fourth. Bears able to recover the loose ball with Preston West. West will send it ahead. Nice move to split the traffic by Podewils. Long shot was able to be pulled down by the goaltender, Ash. And we'll get a whistle. Ben Lockwood, who's had a good game tonight with a couple of goals. Mounds View will press back into the White Bears zone. Mounds View behind the net with it. Well defended, a shot from the slot was blocked. Down to 10 seconds in the quarter. Mustangs able to recover, but they only have 4 seconds. Shot at the buzzer will go wide, and they would have been after the clock expired anyway. So the Bears will take a 4-goal lead into the fourth quarter. 11-7, they have the lead. We'll keep it here at the North Campus. We'll look at some of the highlights of that third quarter that the Mustangs edge back a little bit, but the Bears able to keep the Mustangs at arm's length for the moment. Mounds who picked up a couple of early goals in that third quarter. Ben Carney with his third of the evening during that third quarter as well. The Bears will try to protect this lead in the fourth quarter. Take a look at the upcoming schedule here on SCC Sports. A couple of girls lacrosse games and Tartan Hill Murray baseball. Sure to follow those social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Get to the live streams. They're underway in this fourth quarter with the Bears up by 4. Trent Habish for the Mustangs. Caden Ashford with it. Ashford, well defended, lets one rip wide of the net. It was Preston West doing a good job holding his ground in the slot defensively. Mustangs still in control of it. Just underway in the fourth quarter, the Bears up by 4. Nearly intercepted, but able to be maintained by the Mustangs as they're forced to work it behind the Bears' net. Shot through traffic goes off the goaltender Vikstrom. And an offensive foul on the Mustangs will give the ball over to White Bear Lake. Bears will try to add some insurance. Good physical defense by the Mustangs, but the Bears able to keep possession in the Mustang zone and score one of those insurance goals we were just talking about. Goal for Preston West, his second of the night.
Number 11, Preston West.
Now a team leading 13 for West. Bears able to control the face-off. Carney in the high slot with it. And off the outside of the net and out of play. Long pass ahead. Nearly got through, and the Mustangs eventually able to pull it down. A home run pass all the way down toward the net eventually worked out in the Mustangs' favor. Now the Bears trying to get control of it. Still loose on the turf. The Bears able to get control of it. Mustangs being physical, they need turnovers. Flag comes down, a penalty coming on White Bear Lake. Mustangs rip one out of play, so the Mustangs will go man up with a little under 9 minutes to go. Down by 5, the Mustangs need a goal. The clock starting to become their enemy a little bit. Shot score for the Mustangs, and they're able to cash in on the man up. That'll be Andrews once again. So the Mustangs get a goal to get within 4.
Scoring for Mounds, number 24, Andre Burton.
Beg your pardon, it'll be Andre Burton credited with the goal for the Mustangs. But either way, big goal for Mounds View, trying to get their way back into this game. The Bears will be very patient here. Tanner Olson in control of it. Connor Podewills. Bears working behind the Mustangs net with it. Bears accidentally send it out of bounds, so it'll be a turnover to the Mustangs. Nearly turned over, the ball is still loose on the carpet. Bears able to come away with it. It's West. Now he'll slow things down. Bates a takeaway attempt from behind. Podewills. Malloy in the high slot. West behind the net. It's West, met by a couple Mustangs. Has to retreat. As West slips and falls. Still had the ball in his pocket, and then a foul called as West will jog off. We're pretty much right at the midpoint of this fourth quarter. Penalty called on the Mustangs in the process. No, the Bears will be man up, trying to get another big insurance goal. Ball loose behind the Mustangs net. Wraparound try, a nice save by Ash. It's Ash coming way up into the slot. Bears able to force a bad pass and a turnover. Lockwood in control of the ball for the Bears. Poda Wills. Feed into the slot, a shot into traffic was blocked. Mustangs will get control of it. It's a bad pass, it's loose on the turf. Bears will again carry into the attacking zone. Woodcock leaves for West. West double teamed. Foul called on the Mustangs. Likely be a penalty assessed. Also got a timeout on the field with the Bears up by 4. A little over 4 minutes to go in the game. Second quarter right now looking like it was the decisive one of the game where the Bears outscored Mounds View 7-2. It's otherwise been a very evenly played game. First quarter, Mounds View led by 1 after that quarter, 3-2. Once again, I'm Patrick Lilia with you at the North Campus of White Bear Lake. A lot of big things happening up here at the North Campus. Looking forward to the end result of the major construction that will be a huge new look for the North Campus in the next couple of years. They'll come out of the timeout with the Bears in control. 4 minutes to go and a 4-goal lead. Offensive foul called on White Bear Lake. Mustangs will work it toward midfield, but it was Bears defenders being aggressive, protecting this late lead. We got a whistle near midfield. And we'll get another timeout called on the field with 3:33 remaining. Bears looking to win their 3rd straight since dropping their opener. Look to be in good shape, up by 4. We approach 3.5 minutes left to go in regulation. On behalf of David and Arlen down in the truck, our entire camera crew, technical crew on site tonight. We are glad you're with us on a beautiful April evening. Maybe a few clouds rolling in as the evening has moved along. Started the game with sunshine. Well, after the back-to-back timeouts, Mounds View will advance into the Bears' end with under 3.5 minutes to go and a 4-goal lead for White Bear Lake. Wraparound try was kicked out as Mounds View will have to reset. Shot was blocked, as now loose on the ground on the side of the net. Bears able to come away with it, now under 3 minutes to go. Bears just have to be careful not to make a mistake in their own end. That could let Mounds View get back into the game at this juncture. A foul called near midfield. We'll get another timeout called with 2:42 left. And we talked about the second quarter really is where this game looks like it will be decided, as really good second quarter for the Bears, where they outscored the Mustangs 7-2, including trading a couple of late goals. It looked like Mounds View might get a little momentum going into halftime, but the Bears got a nice buzzer beater from Griffin Zaccardi to restore the late Mounds View goal. Bears led 9-3 at the half. Beg your pardon, 9-4 at the half. 2:42 left. Bears will push into the Mounds View end. Bears kick it back into the high slot. Woodcock with it. Nearly turned it over, able to get it back. Now he'll just kind of play a little keep away with 2 minutes to go. Bears again will just try to keep it away. We hit the final minute and a half of regulation. What a job by the Bears defense, as they've held Mounds View to about half of what they had scored in their initial 4 games of the season. As the Bears will put the exclamation point on this one, it'll be Carney with his 4th of the game.
Scoring for the Bears, number 22, Finn Carney.
A little less than a minute and a half left to go. The Bears up by 5. Bears will control deep in the Mounds View end. 1 minute to go.
1 minute.
Well, the Bears will improve to 3-1 on the regular season. Mounds View will fall to 3-2. What a defensive performance by the Bears tonight. Said they held Mounds View to half of what they've put up on the board, or average, through their first 4 games. Explosive Mounds View offense was largely held in check. Now that'll bring us to the end of the game. A big second quarter for the Bears, and they come away with the win on their home turf against the Mounds View Mustangs tonight by a final score of 13-8. Finn Carney scored 4 times in the game to lead White Bear Lake tonight. Had a great team effort. Great timely offense, great defense. All around stellar outing for the Bears. They've won 3 straight games. On behalf of David and Arlen down in the truck and the rest of our crew here on site at the North Campus, I'm Patrick Lilliott. It's been a pleasure to be with you tonight. Final score, White Bear Lake 13, Mounds View 8. We'll catch you next time from a field near you.